Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 20th of April for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe, please feel welcome to do so and click on the bell notification symbol. You can also click beneath this video to subscribe for your free daily horoscope or my monthly astrology magazine. This week begins with the Sun relocating into the sign of Taurus. This is the second zodiac sign in the Western zodiac. Now, Taurus is a very stable energy. Its quality is fixed, and its rulership is Venus, and of course, its element is Earth. So it's about tangibilities, and it can make us think about money. And because Saturn, the planet of restriction, is in a right angle to the Sun for the first 4 days of this week, we may be thinking very much about where we'd like to be going in our future, but what the actual reality is at the present time. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, continues to dart forwards in the fiery sign of Aries. But that is coming into conflict at the end of this week with both Jupiter and Pluto. So we may find ourselves having some quite intense conversations, but particularly around our worldly role. But fortunately, Venus and Mars are forging an absolutely magical association all through this week. And the Sun by Thursday joins up with Uranus, the planet of surprises, when we have a new moon. So this new moon is really pushing us to be much more open to shaking up the things that perhaps we have not necessarily taken for granted in the past, but certainly the things that have been the bedrock of our existence, because things just are changing. We can try to cling on to how things have been, but it is in a state of flux. So we may need to redirect our focus to finding new ways to feeling a sense of security, which is Taurus really right down to its toenails. But with Uranus in the mix, that need to be much more open-minded about the different techniques, approaches, ideas, and ways that we go about things is going to be very important over the following month from Thursday. So this can be a refreshing, bright and sparkling new moon, but it is going to ask us to come out of our comfort zones, which is something that Taurus energy can resist. So that's just something that we may be aware of. There could be a little bit of tension if we're being kind of pushed into doing things in a different way. But the less we resist, the more we can embrace the future and future possibilities. And I do feel that Uranus generally, and it's going to be in Taurus for another 6 years, it is going to ask us to think very, very carefully about how we use resources. So if we cook food from scratch rather than relying on ready meals, if we're lucky enough to have a bit of outdoor space, we grow some of our own vegetables. If there is something that we want to achieve on the home improvement front, can we use our creativity, which is very Venusian, very Taurus, to upcycle or repair something we already have? It could be a great time to actually embrace a creative streak within ourselves, particularly if it has got some kind of artistic dimension. Perhaps making your own beer and wine could appeal to some people. So it's about the way we flex and adjust to the situation we're in. Saturn does provide the resistance, but there is an opportunity to embrace a new way of doing things, and that's the lovely opportunity of this week. Your specific forecast, Libra, shows your ruler Venus continuing that glorious alliance with Mars. So if there is someone you're really connecting to well, you're going to do so in a very positive way this week. However, the Sun has moved from your sector of relating into your sector of transformations, and it's going to be connecting with Uranus, the planet of sudden and erratic changes, on Thursday on the back of the new moon. It's possible this can get you thinking about more practical long-term financial matters, and the more dexterous, creative and imaginative you can be, the more you can steer your direction in a positive way. But it is true that the Sun squares with Saturn this week. So if there is a relationship which isn't working quite as well, as Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into a clash with Jupiter and Pluto as this week draws to a close, you may find yourself speaking out, being much more frank and honest about how you feel. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for having joined me. Remember, please feel free to subscribe or to my monthly magazine or your free daily horoscope by clicking the link below. If you'd like me to work with you on a personal one-to-one basis, please be in touch. And also, if you'd like to know more about your personal astrology and soar beyond just your zodiac sign, you can take advantage of my special offer of 30% off your character analysis and year's forecast by also seeing the link below. But for now, take care, stay safe, and good luck.